Today we're going to be looking at how to install aluminium mesh on a Trimdek style roof. So we're going to be using these Trimdek saddles. The tools you're going to need, you're going to need a drill, you're going to need a 1/4 inch nut setter and some tin snips. Let's have a look how to install it. We're going to start here by tacking in the roll of mesh at the start. And then we're going to roll it out and then we're just tacking it into the gutter at the other end. That's just going to give us a nice flat section of mesh to work with. Next we're putting in the trims. We're going to put the first screw in at the start and then the final screw in at the end of the trim. And then we're going to come through and put the middle 2 screws in. Make sure you've got the trim nice and flat before you put that down. And then go through and repeat that process for this section of roof, for that straight run. Next, we're going to put a kick in the mesh. That's really going to help it sit nice and square against the roof sheet. And it's also going to help the water to push through that mesh when it's raining. That little kick's really going to help the water flow through. Then we're going to put a notch in the top, and this is going to help seat the mesh really nicely against the rib and the pan of the roof sheets. Now the notch dimension is around about 90 millimeters long or deep, and at the top it's going to be around about 25 or 30 millimeters, and at the base it's going to be about 50 to 55 millimeters. Those dimensions will vary a little bit depending on the manufacturer of the roof sheet. Now we're going to go through and put in the saddles. You can see which direction we've put the saddles in here. The idea with the saddles is they're going to press the mesh down into the pan of the roof sheet. Just repeat the process along the length of the roof. And you can see where they're sitting. They're sitting up along the top edge of the mesh there. And that's the finished product. That's what the aluminium Trimdek installation will look like when it's done. It's nice and neat. It's pretty straightforward. There's not too much cutting involved apart from those little notches.